Welcome to Hollywood's biggest night and Clever TV's coverage of the 82nd Academy Awards. I'm Jocelyn Davis.
And I'm Dana Ward. Tonight we are coming to you live from our studio in Beverly Hills, and we're going to start things off by breaking down our Oscar predictions for this year's Academy Awards. Let's start off with our picks for supporting actor.
This is a tough category for me. Yes. I think that there's not as much buzz regarding this category as maybe some of the others. Obviously, we're talking about Matt Damon, Woody Harrelson, Christopher Plummer, Stanley Tucci, Christoph Waltz. Yes. Who are you kind of rooting for in this category?
I think Stanley Tucci did an excellent job in The Lovely Bones. So that's basically who I'm rooting for, because when it comes down to it, I think it's about the acting and how good of a job they did.
You know, I think you're onto something with this one, because he definitely embodied the scariness of that character.
Oh, man.
Unlike any other character we've ever seen him do, and really showed off his acting chops.
I mean, we're so used to seeing him as a certain type of really funny, happy-go-lucky type of, well, not necessarily happy-go-lucky, but
a little more campy characters.
Yeah,
I would say.
More comedic versus the serious.
Exactly. I personally think this is going to go to Christoph Waltz for his role in Inglourious Basterds, though. I just think that this is an incredible role, and the movie was really well done, so I think it's probably going to go to him. What about supporting actress?
Wow, another good one. Lots of great nominees. Penelope Cruz. We've got Maggie Gyllenhaal, Anna Kendrick, Monique, just a ton of great actresses.
Obviously, I think everyone kind of already knows who this award is going to go to. At least I would be shocked.
It's going to go to Monique.
In Precious, based on the novel Pushed by Sapphire.
Yes.
Again, that is Precious, based on the novel Pushed by Sapphire.
Yes.
Did you know it's based on the novel Pushed by Sapphire?
If you didn't know, that's what it's based on.
Anyways, it is Monique's year. She has won every award at all of the major award shows so far this year. So I would be shocked if it didn't go to her. Although I love Vera Farmiga as well. So we'll see what happens there.
We'll have to see. Up next, of course, we can move on to leading actor. Jeff Bridges, George Clooney, Colin Firth, Morgan Freeman, Jeremy Renner. I mean, this is a hot category.
This is true. I think that this is obviously a group of top-notch actors, although I do think it's going to go to Jeff Bridges.
We're on the same page.
He's been acting in this town for, I think 30 years. And this role is incredible, and I thought that he did an amazing job.
He obviously did. He really did. Hands down, I'm agreeing with you on this one, Jocelyn.
We're getting along tonight.
Jeff Bridges all the way.
Yes.
Now, of course, the partner category, leading actress. Again, a lot of top-notch actresses are in this category, including Sandra Bullock, Helen Mirren, Carey Mulligan.
A youngster, that Carey Mulligan.
I know.
She did a good job, though, in that film.
Who else is in this category?
Gabourey Sidibe.
Yes.
And then Meryl Streep.
A long-time Academy favorite, of course.
That's true, but did you know Meryl Streep has been nominated something like, I want to say 16 or 17 times, don't quote me on that, but she's only actually won twice. And the last time she won was over 10 years ago. So I think people tend to forget that just because she is nominated so frequently.
Yeah.
Who are you going with, though, in this category?
This one I'm kind of a little undecided. Can we pull back up the list? I gotta really break it down.
It's a toughie.
And think who I think is going to take it. Just based on how kind of the other awards this season have gone with Globes and SAG and everything, I do think Sandra Bullock will probably wind up taking home an Oscar for her role in The Blind Side.
You know, I think we have to agree once again. I love Sandra Bullock, and this is the first time we've really seen her delve into a dramatic role that got a lot of attention. Although if Meryl Streep won, I don't think anyone would be complaining either. I just feel like this year, Sandra Bullock is America's sweetheart.
Of course.
So I would love to see it go to
Although,
her.
didn't we just hear that she won a Razzie?
She did.
For her role in
All About Steve.
Yes.
How cool would that be, though, to win a Razzie and an Oscar in the same year? Love that. Great story. I'm going for it.
And word is she was a really good sport on receiving that Razzie.
Yes, I'm sure she was. She has a great sense of humor. What about direction? We got Avatar, James Cameron.
Catherine Bigelow, Quentin Tarantino. Lee Daniels, Jason Reitman. I have a feeling, I kind of think it should go to James Cameron for Avatar. I think he has done an amazing job with Avatar. I mean, it was like, what, 10 years in the working and making?
And all the technology innovation that he's gone through, and the things that he talked about that he did, taking the cast out into the jungle to mentally prepare them for being on those big sound stages where, you know, it was all basically imagination.
Yeah.
They weren't actually in the jungle or in any of those scenes that we saw them in, so.
And they made up an entire new language for this movie.
Yes.
Navi.
Yes, it's so funny.
Jocelyn, good for you.
Is that good? Okay, cool.
But I kind of have a feeling that this year, Best Director or Best Directing is actually going to go to Catherine Bigelow for The Hurt Locker. Lots of happenings around this movie, and also it is you know, I think the Academy will want to award a female director.
For the first time ever, is this correct?
Right. I just feel like that's why, you know, obviously she did an excellent job, but I do think because James Cameron has won in the past for Best Directing, I think this one's going to go to Catherine Bigelow. What do you think?
I think it's going to be a really close run up to the finish, and it's such an interesting story. In case you guys didn't know, I'm sure you already do. They were actually married, and now they're obviously divorced, and James Cameron continues to say that he would love to see her win. And I'm saying, are you sure about that?
Yeah.
Wouldn't you love to see yourself win?
Is that just for the camera?
Exactly. But I also love Jason Reitman for Up in the Air.
Oh,
I think he has such a great
movie.
story, an up-and-coming director, and he comes from a family that's also in the business. And I just think he seems like a cool guy.
Yeah.
So I would love to see him win as well.
And then, of course, I mean, Quentin Tarantino, come on, great directing.
Exactly.
As well as Lee Daniels for Precious. I mean, come on.
Based on the novel Pushed by Sapphire. Just want to add that.
Yeah,
And then,
missed it.
and then take a deep breath, people. The best film. There are 10 nominees this year.
Yes, they doubled it. Not
Yes.
just 5. We're talking 10.
So let's talk about why they're doing that this year. There's been a lot of talk about maybe this is taking away some of the serious factor behind the Oscars and just the respect that these awards get. But in reality, the Academy is only able to exist based on all of the advertising dollars they get for this show. So they're kind of thinking, or a lot of people are speculating, that the reason there are 10 films is to bring in more viewership so that films like Avatar, films like, you know, District 9 that would never have otherwise been nominated are going to bring in more viewers. What do you...
And you know what? I don't think there's anything bad about that.
Me neither.
I mean, we have to roll with the current economy and everything, and if that's what it's going to take to really get the viewership for the Oscars and keep this at a high standard and everything, it's fine. It's fine. And you know what? A lot of movies that would not normally be included, like you were saying, maybe District 9, for example, had really, really a strong viewership and really a strong following. So, I think it's about the more, the merrier. That's what I think.
So who do we think that this award is going to go to then? Out of 10 nominees, it makes it even more challenging.
It really does.
To pick that big winner. But
I think Avatar is going to win, hands down. Lots of great movies, but I think because of all the production value and, because it was so many years went into making it, and it turned out great, Avatar. Are you getting what I'm saying? I don't even know.
I'm feeling it.
I'm
kind of feeling it.
I can't really describe it, but I think it's going to go to Avatar.
If I knew how to say it in Navi, I would, but I don't.
I know.
Yeah.
But I gotta say, that's what my mind is working in.
Despite the fact that I think the direction Oscar is going to go to James Cameron, I think that the best film of the year is probably going to go to The Hurt Locker. Just because there is so much buzz surrounding this film. Obviously, there's also been some controversy surrounding this film and its nomination.
Quite a bunch, actually.
But I just think that it's so relevant to what our country is going through right now. And I would love to see this film win. It's being called The Little Film That Could. And it's been out since 2008. And it's finally getting some recognition.
Guess we'll just have to see.
Yep, that's right, you guys. Those are just, of course, our predictions for this year's Oscars. But, of course, feel free to give us your picks right here or go ahead and tweet us at CleverTV.
And stick with us right here for constant ongoing coverage of the 82nd Academy Awards. Thanks for watching, you guys.